Late on a Wednesday night, while most of Wall Street was asleep, Washington quietly dropped a trade bombshell. And it's just the opening shot. The Trump administration has officially confirmed a 25% tariff on goods imported from Brazil, taking effect July 22nd. This is the first domino in a much bigger tariff rollout that could hit more than 80 countries within weeks. For nearly a year and a half, U.S.-Brazil relations have been under strain, much of it tracing back to former President Jair Bolsonaro, a Trump ally convicted of planning a coup after losing his 2022 re-election bid. The official notice landed Wednesday night from the U.S. Trade Representative's office, confirming a 25% duty on Brazilian imports starting July 22nd. It's not a blanket tax. A nearly 100-page exemption list carves out oil and gas, beef, coffee, and oranges. Goods officials say could trigger domestic shortages if taxed. This action follows a formal Section 301 trade investigation. U.S. Trade Representative Jamieson Greer cited concerns ranging from digital trade barriers to limited market access for American businesses in Brazil. Secretary of State Marco Rubio said Brazil hasn't negotiated in good faith. President Lula pushed back, calling the tariffs a regrettable milestone and pointing out that the U.S. runs a trade surplus with Brazil. A parallel Section 301 investigation into forced labor is already advancing, expected to bring a 10% tariff on the EU and 14 other nations, and a 12.5% tariff on roughly 45 more countries, including China. More investigations are underway too, one targeting global industrial overcapacity, another focused on Vietnam's trade practices, with fresh tariff actions possible in the months ahead. This entire push traces back to February, when the Supreme Court struck down the administration's original blanket tariffs, forcing nearly $50 billion in refunds to businesses in June alone. The administration also chose not to renew the U.S. Mexico-Canada trade agreement, triggering a formal review, while a temporary 10% global tariff is set to expire this summer. Brazil's 25% tariff is the test case. The real story is the tariff regime being built behind it, one investigation at a time, aimed at more than 80 countries. If you want to stay ahead of how these tariffs affect your portfolio, your business costs, or your everyday spending, subscribe to Microfinance and drop your take in the comments below.